Ah, Georgia. Beauty, sunshine, and lots of beautiful beaches. Tons of people in America are wishing they could live here because of how great Georgia really is. While lots of places in Georgia are truly fabulous, there's also cities in the Peach State that have some major issues. The worst parts of Georgia. You know them when you see them. They're the parts of Georgia where you don't want to live, even if they are pretty and inexpensive. The goal today is to highlight the cities in Georgia that are the worst of them all. How do we do it? We measure the things most bad cities have. You know, where people are broke, crime is higher than average. We even measure the public school education levels. Let's get started.
Shall we begin?
Our first stop on our unfavorable journey through Georgia starts in Cordell, located an hour south of Macon along I-75. The unemployment rate here is the 15th highest in the state, and home prices are the 11th lowest in Georgia. Sometimes low prices are good, but in this case it's because there's little demand to live here. About halfway between Savannah and Waycross is the small city of Jessup. You know when you get there when you see a car up on blocks. In Jessup, the teacher-student ratio is the 6th lowest in the state, and if you're an out-of-work teacher, you're double screwed because the unemployment rate of 9% is the 9th highest in the state. Plus, for a decent job, you'd have to schlep to Savannah back and forth every day for work. Yuck. What's some good news about Jessup? Well, judging by the number of meth labs in Wayne County, it sounds like you could make some extra money on the weekends. Just be sure to make enough for the folks in Americus. They're always ready to buy. Where's the 8th worst city to live in Georgia? The folks in Fort Valley might not be too happy to hear it, but it's you. The main reason? Poverty and crime. More than 9% of folks are out of work here, income levels are hovering near the poverty line, and this is the 16th most dangerous city in the state. You might fall in love with the beauty and outdoor scene here, but can you maintain a good living? What's good about Fort Valley? Well, if you're a film geek, they have 2 Redbox rental machines in town, where you can check out all the latest movies. Continuing our worst tour of Georgia, we come to Fitzgerald, an itty-bitty city way out in the middle of nowhere east of I-75. Fitzgerald is far below average in every category. Sure, it's filled with golly gee, gosh darn nice people, but nearly 10% of people are out of work, home prices indicate there's no desire to live here, and crime is in the worst 10% of the state. What's good about Fitzgerald? Well, they have their own Zaxby's, so at least there's that. If you took your beat-up ride down Route 23 south of Macon, before your car overheated, you come to Eastman, Georgia. Eastman has several problems. Mainly, the schools are ranked in the bottom 10% when you factor in school spending and overcrowding. Plus, crime is in the top 15%, and income levels mean lots of folks are struggling each month. On the bright side, the people in Eastman make more money than the people in Brunswick, so they can brag about that if they want to. We built this city, and now it sucks. Welcome to Bainbridge, the 5th worst place to live in the entire state. Perhaps at one point this was a great place to live, but currently Bainbridge is crummy. Crime, income levels, and home prices are all in the bottom 15% in the state. The good news? Well, if you like to hunt and fish, this is one of the best places for that in Georgia. If you took Route 80 west of Statesboro, the first big city you'd come to would be Swainsboro. You might want to just keep driving. If you have kids and value good schools, Swainsboro isn't your place. You have a 1 in 167 chance of being the victim of a violent crime for every year you lived here. It sounds like if you don't lock something up at night in Swainsboro, it'll be gone by morning. South of Columbus along Route 280 is the crummy city of Americus. The unemployment rate here is more than 10%, which is the 4th highest in the state, and crime is just about as high as you'll see in Georgia. In fact, if you don't watch your back in parts of Americus, you're gonna have a bad time. What's good about Americus? Well, for some reason, it's the best place to catch Pokemon in southwestern Georgia, so that's cool. Most of America knows Savannah as a tourist destination along the Georgia coast. However, people in Chatham County know Savannah for what it really is. Crummy. This is a tale of 2 cities. Savannah's home to both Southern charm and deadly streets. Up and down Savannah, you've got historic homes on one block and then a ghetto for another block. There were 52 murders here last year, and it seems to be going up all the time. If you wear the wrong hat in the wrong place in Savannah, you might get iced, so you better play it safe if you want to stay out of trouble. The good news?
Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy.
Savannah's one of the sunniest cities in the state, so that's great. And where's the worst city in Georgia? That would be Macon, hands down. One of a few Georgia cities that's dangerous and with a really bad economy. Homes are the cheapest in the state here, it's one of the most dangerous cities in Georgia, and people here are straight broke. Sure, there's lots of culture here, and it's more affordable than Atlanta, but there's some serious issues that Macon needs to address. When you're in some of the worst Georgia communities, some parts might be hard to tell apart, but you can tell who's from Macon though. They're the ones with the 40, the pistol, the beat-up car, and the pit bull. If you don't live in Macon or any of the other Georgia cities we mentioned, You don't have it too badly. Congratulations.